so this is the first update for the L'Oreal Soft Silver Blonde hair color. Alright, to give you an idea of what my hair looked like before I dyed it, this is the before and after. So obviously the before is just my blonde color. It's definitely a little bit more of a yellow tone. And then of course the after is what it looked like freshly after dyeing my hair gray. And in this one is the before and after of how the gray color has faded. Of course, the before is the freshly dyed and the after is what my hair looks like right now. And just to give you an idea of what my hair looked like before I dyed it gray compared to now, this is the comparison of before and after. This is how it looks after one wash. I washed my hair in a little bit more of cooler water. I didn't want to like completely just, you know, rinse all the color out. I just used like a regular cheap Suave shampoo, so definitely one that had sulfates in it, but I did try to wash my hair at a cooler water temperature just to kind of, you know, not do too much stripping of my hair. But this is how it looks after one wash. Obviously the color I think is still very vibrant in my opinion. It does look maybe just the slightest, tiniest bit lighter, like it's faded like microscopically. You probably won't even be able to tell. The only place I can kind of tell is kind of in my root area and kind of like in my bang area right here. I don't know if you can see. I feel like some of the color kind of faded there already after one wash, but this is for the first update and I will share with you guys what it looks like after the next wash. Alright, and here's the update for the second wash of the hair color. I have to say it did fade quite a lot. I don't know if you can tell on camera as much, but in person I feel like it's faded quite a lot. And it's definitely faded a bit around the root area. Kind of like right in here is where I really feel like it's faded. So far though, I feel like it still looks pretty even like lengthwise, like there's not like a random chunk here missing or anything. So far I like the way it's fading. And I meant to do this through my other updates, but what I think I'll do is each time I will hold up the box and show like what my hair looks like compared to it. So for this wash, this is what the hair color looks like. I think I would consider this like pretty close to what this is now. I think it wasn't too far off when it was freshly dyed, but I think if you're going off this kind of color, I feel like maybe after, I don't know, maybe one more wash, this will look a lot more like this color like I had expected it to. And then of course, you know, here is the front of the box. And I will update you guys with the next wash. All right, and here is the update for the third wash, I believe. And this is how my hair looks. I feel like I'm finally starting to get to the point to where it's actually looking like how the box looked. So as usual, I'm going to show that. So here is how my hair color looks compared to the box. I feel like I said, I feel like it's definitely about that color now. And then if I hold it up to the top, maybe like one more wash and that would be like spot on. I feel like this is a tiny bit lighter. I also feel like right now this is like my super happy spot just because I feel like it's not too dark, it's still relatively even, it's not too patchy yet. And sometimes with gray colors on top of blonde hair is because obviously my platinum blonde is like a yellowy tone and gray kind of is a little bit more of like a bluish tone. So sometimes you can kind of get this middle ground where your hair almost looks slightly greenish whenever you do gray hair over platinum blonde. But so far I still really like this color and I feel like right now this is like my ideal color. It's not too light, not too dark, it's just like right in the middle. And so this is how my hair looks after the fourth wash. Now, I really like how this looks now. I feel like it's much more subtle of a gray than when I first started. And I feel like it's actually faded a little bit more in the back. I don't know if you can really tell. You might be able to tell. It's a little bit more faded in the back. So as usual, I'm gonna compare it to the box. So this is how my hair looks compared to the model's hair color. Like I said, I think this is pretty close. And of course, this is the top of the box. And again, that is the side color for the box. Okay, so this is the, I believe, the fifth update. It's starting to all kind of like run together in my mind, but I believe this is the fifth wash. And overall, it's still fading quite a bit. I can see a lot more of like my blonde color kind of coming through. Definitely still very silvery though. And let's do a quick box test. So if I compare it to here, I feel like now it looks a lot like this color where the light blonde one is, whereas before it was a lot more neutral. But overall, I feel like that's like a super dead-on color for what my hair looks like now. And then if I compare it to the top of the box, I feel like that's a pretty close comparison. So this is after 5 washes is what it took me to get to this kind of color, which I feel like is definitely, it took a little bit longer. And then of course, straight on, this is the color compared to my hair now. Okay, I think this is the 6th wash. Of course, here is what my hair looks like now compared to the little side indicator. And this is what my hair looks like compared to the top, and then of course to the front of the box. This is how my hair looks now, and I love this color right now. I know I said this in the last update too, but this is like the perfect silvery blonde where it, you know, is still blonde enough, but it's not too cool or too charcoal, so I really like this color so far. All right, and this is the 7th wash for my hair update. All right, so this is the color straight on with the model's hair color, and then if we show it at the top, again, I feel like that is super, super similar. And then again on the side, I think you can see before my hair looked a lot closer to this one, but I feel like this looks a lot more bluish now to my hair, and my hair definitely looks a little bit closer to this color. So yeah, that is how my hair looks after 7 washes. Okay, so this is the next update for my hair. I think I accidentally skipped one, so I believe this is after the 9th wash maybe. But yeah, pretty much not too much to say about my hair, but I did style it a little bit differently so you can at least kind of see how the color looks, you know, with different like kind of texture to my hair. I still really like the color, and let's do the quick box test as always. All right, so this is it straight on. Again, I think this like color looks pretty close to what I was expecting. So then again, of course, here is the top of it, and then of course the side of the box. So I think like you could see like my hair did look a lot like that at the beginning. It was a little bit slightly more bluish. Now it's a little bit more of that like sandier kind of gray, which I like. So this is how it looks after 9 washes. Alright, and so this is my hair after many more washes. To be honest, I kind of stopped counting around like the 11th or the 12th wash. I've probably washed my hair up to, I don't know, maybe 15 or 16 times now, and this is how the color looks. Overall, I still really love it. Overall, my hair just has like a really nice, almost like a sandy blonde kind of cast to it. It's not like that stark yellowish kind of like bottle blonde color. And I really like how this looks because it's just got a little bit more of like a coolness to it. But overall, it's not like just bam gray or like a blue gray or anything like that. It's just like, it's like a sandy blonde kind of color, and I really like how this color looks on me. You can also see a bit of my roots and like how much of my roots have grown in, but what I like is that I feel like there's not as much of a stark contrast between my new growth and the color that my hair is now. Whenever my hair was like that super blonde, it was just very noticeable whenever the roots would grow in. This, I feel like I could like even blend it a little bit better, but overall I just like how it looks, and I feel like it doesn't look too out of place. So for the last time, I'm gonna do another a box kind of test just to show what my hair looks like compared to how the box looks. So if I compare it, this is the color, and again, this one is the top color. I feel like the top looks just a little bit more grayish than my hair now, and then of course the side, this is how the color looks. So the one thing I really like about this hair dye is that even though the color I got originally was not anywhere close to what I would consider the box color to look like, it definitely does take a few washes to get to this kind of color, but once it's here, it kind of stays pretty well. Like, I don't feel like my hair is going to lose a whole lot more color, but overall I was pretty happy with the results for this one. Of course, if you do like that dark gray, you could always just keep dyeing it more often, but for me, I really enjoyed the fading process. There was no point where I felt like it looked terrible or it looked patchy. I still feel like it looks really even like in the back of my hair. There's no spots that I feel like looks really patchy. So I'm actually really happy with this hair color. I like how it looks, and I like how it looked all the way out throughout the fading process. So overall, my thoughts on this hair dye, I give it a total thumbs up. I really enjoyed this. I hope they make this a permanent color because I feel like it's such a pretty color. Even though it did take a little bit of, you know, time to get to this color, I still enjoyed it all the way throughout, and it's definitely a color I can see myself using again. I might not necessarily go back to it right away, although I do have another box of this, so we'll just kind of see what I feel like doing. But I do have a couple other gray hair dyes that I want to get to over maybe the next few months or so and try those out. Just, I really love silvery gray tones in my hair. I feel like it's just one of those really fun colors that's not too out there. So overall, I give this a total thumbs up. If you want to try this color and you wanted to know what to kind of expect from it. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, link is below. Until my next video, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.